Hello everybody, this is Coventry Test Routes number 3. If you look on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see the test centre car park. Lorries parked over top of it. All the tests from Coventry come out of that car park there and turn left onto Bayton Road. So this is Bayton Road here, and like I said, you'll come up here and we'll just go up to the end of the road. You'll see some traffic lights at the top of the hill, and at this time we'll be going straight ahead at those. So this is test route number 3. It's number 3 of 15, so if you need to see the other 14 or wish to see the other 14, just subscribe. Just press the subscribe button, ring the bell, and as new test routes come on there, you'll be notified. I think there's about 6 on there already, so the others will be added, you know, at regular basis, regular intervals. This lorry's turning off to the right. It's not really left us enough room, so we just wait here. We can see ahead of us, so the traffic lights are on red anyway. It doesn't really matter. Oh, I say it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us really. There we go. We're coming to the end of this road. We're just going to go straight ahead, and that's going to take us into School Lane. Just down here. This School Lane, the thing to remember here, is a 30-mile-an-hour road all the way along it. We seem to have some temporary lights here today, so hopefully they're not going to hold us up for too long. There's only one car waiting, so maybe that's a good sign, and maybe they'll turn to green for us quite quickly. This is test route number 3. If you look at the description box below the video, what you'll see is this test route mapped out. Not like on a map, but listed out. So you see all the roads and where to turn to. If you want to look at that and just, you know, copy and paste it and save it on, whatever you want to do, I don't mind. You can give it a good old study there, and so you'll know the test route. Now the thing about Coventry is that a lot of the test routes, a lot of the roads, should I say, the road markings and things are a little bit late, and it's not obvious where the junctions are sometimes, so it's a good idea to know the test routes and to have a kind of knowledge of them. I know you're not supposed to do that, but you know, if it gives you a little bit of an advantage, why not? That's what I say. So we're going through here. It is a 30-mile-an-hour road, and we're doing 30 miles an hour already. You see the car ahead of us is speeding away from us, so be careful not to get drawn into that. Be careful not to get drawn into breaking the speed limit. It can happen quite easily, particularly on this road. As you come around here, it looks a bit more countrified, and so it bends, it kind of dips down. Very easy to go above the speed limit at this point. At the end of the road then, we're going to turn right, and that's going to take us into Bowling Green Lane. Just wait, here's another car, grey car coming round, so that's fine. And there we go. Same here, you can see there's all lampposts on one side of the road. This is a 30-mile-an-hour zone still. We must make sure that we stick to the speed limit and we don't get carried away. if you know this road, what you'll know is that there's a bend here. It's quite a blind bend. Just around there, there's a school. There's very often cars parked near to this school. So at school times, you have to be quite careful, but obviously now schools have all gone in, so that's fine. I'm going to turn left at the first of these two roundabouts here. So we're turning left. Now this left turn actually becomes quite tight, it's quite an acute angle. So to be careful going round here, not to lose position. With a crossing just around it, last thing you need to be doing is panicking there. This is a nice wide road, this one. See, the cars are parked actually on the pavement, keeping the road open, so that's quite handy for us really as we drive along. And we're going to be taking the next road on the right. The next road on the right is Dark Lane. Here it is. As you can see from the sign, it's called Dark Lane. Quite an ominous name for a road, really. But hopefully nothing bad's going to happen, nothing dark is going to happen as we drive down here. However, we can see there's cars parked on either side of the road, which means you'll need to alter your position. So if you do need to alter your position like this, do it early. Do it as early as you can. If it's clear on for oncoming traffic, you know, get yourself out early and give yourself an opportunity to get back in if you need to, like this. So we can let that car through. Or if you get out early and there's no traffic from the opposite direction, you can just flow through then. Just make life easy for yourself. Why wouldn't you? Now, one of the things about Dark Lane is it goes narrow as you go along it, so it tapers in at the time when there's cars opposite us as well, on the opposite side of the road parked. And there you go, you can see how narrow it's gone now, just because of that kind of tapering effect. When we get to the end of it, we're going to turn right. And just as you come into this new road here, what you'll find is there's a give way. There's a give way just here by these shops, and well, there you go. We have to give priority to oncoming vehicles on this side, and then just a little bit further down the road, the opposite thing happens where we have priority over oncoming traffic, and that's just here. And this time there's no one to give way to us, and we'll just go through. Hopefully you can still see the sun is quite strong today, but there is a sign here that says Roundabout. The roundabout is just around this bend, so as you get round it, you're on top of it straight away. Make sure that you've got the appropriate speed and gear as you go through here. Have a good look into Bellairs Avenue, make sure that it's clear. Go all the way to the end of this road. When we get there, we're going to turn left. So we're going to be turning left and then left again. That's quite handy. So we're turning left into Heath Road, and then we're going to turn left again into Silver Birch Road. Once the traffic lights will let us. go. Now you can see there's a little section there for a green arrow, but we have a green light anyway, so you're allowed to move on. You don't have to wait for the arrow if the road is clear. Okay, so we're going to turn left here, and this will take us then into Silver Birch Road. Quite a nice little road here. The thing here is that it's quite bendy, it's quite wide as well, so it's not too much of an hassle, but it's quite bendy as well, so got to be really careful about oncoming vehicles. Just make sure that you maintain your position for as long as you can around the bends, so that, you know, if anything does come whizzing round from the opposite direction, then you're still in a safe position. It does seem to go on for a long time, this road does, but we'll soon be at the end of it. Such a glorious day. This is just to let you know while you're watching this video, this is the first real warm day after the cold spell, so everyone is looking quite happy today. I'm going to turn right at the end of this road here. Again, we're going to turn into the sun, so hopefully it won't blind you too much. I don't think it's as bad. And at the end of this road, we're going to turn left. Just as you turn left here, there's some traffic lights, which at the moment are on red. To a nice steady stop, and now we can go. Again, important to keep position on this road. Coming up towards Bedworth Town Centre, but we're not going to get that far. I think you've seen us. Yep, there you go. We are going to be taking the next road on the left. If you can see, it says Kes Lighting. This is Harbury Road. It's quite a tight one. So you will need to get first gear here, otherwise you're going to put the back wheels on the curb. Nice steady road. So sometimes they do some of the manoeuvres on this road, so you might get parallel park if there's a car parked on your side of the road, or you might need to pull in on the right hand side and reverse back a couple or 3 car lengths and rejoin the traffic, so they use this road for that sometimes. Harbury Road. Speed bumps here. Try and make sure you're doing somewhere between 15 and 20 as you go over the speed bumps. Just be nice to the car, give the examiner a nice comfortable ride. People walking actually on the road there, so we're just going to be careful of those. That's it. And more speed bumps. There we go. And at the end of this road then, we're going to turn left. That takes us into Newdigate Road, I think. Now if you can hear that rattling, that's that's my keys in the ignition. It's not my old bones rattling, so it's just the keys. There you go. I'm just holding them now to stop them from doing that. Don't know whether you can hear it. Okay, when we get to the end of this one, then this is Dewdegate Road. When we get to the end, we're going to turn right into Sutherland Drive. And having turned right into Sutherland Drive, we can immediately turn left into Reynolds Road. I always get that wrong. Again, Reynolds Road's quite bendy. Just as we get down to this section here, just past this white van, it bends round to the right quite sharply. Be careful just to maintain your position well into the left as you go around the right hand bend. Okay, we're going to take the next left, and the next left is called Wood Street. Again, Wood Street is used to do their manoeuvres on. You might get a reversing manoeuvre, maybe a parallel park, maybe a park on the right along here. As we come to the end here, it kind of bends round to the left into Mill Terrace, and then it bends round to the right into Hill Street. If you look at the road markings, it is just a bend, but it's helpful to put an indicator on, I think, there. It's not going to do anyone any damage. At the end of this road, this is Hill Street. At the end of Hill Street, then we're going to turn left, and you can see hopefully that there's a stop sign and a stop line there. So at the stop line, remember that we stop, we put the handbrake on, and then we look. Must put the handbrake on at the stop line, and there we go. It's all clear, so we can move on. And now we can see the speed limit at this point is 30, and it changes to 50 halfway up this hill. So keep it at 30 or below, and once you've gone past the signs, then you can increase the speed. Some workmen in the road here, so we're just going to be very careful. So opening the door. Just going to ease past, trying not to straddle the line. Managed it, good, there you go. Just around this next bend then, there's a roundabout. You can see the signs for it now, hopefully. We're going to be turning left, taking the first exit at the roundabout there, and that's going to take us back on the A444 toward Coventry. Now the A444 is in the Coventry Test Centre, in the most recently published test routes for Coventry. All 15 have a bit of the A444 on them. So it's a good idea to speak to your instructor or whoever it is that you're learning with, your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, and let them take you along the A444 and get used to that road, because you will be going on it. Seems to be somewhat of a hold up at the moment. I think it's just the lead car there coming onto the roundabout. It's been a bit slow at moving on. He's moved on now. And now we're all moving. Now we're all moving, that's it. So we're going left. This point, as you turn left into this road, this is a 50-mile-an-hour zone, 50. So be careful not to go too quick along here. We go straight ahead at the roundabout in front of us. That's actually going to be the first exit. So there's no left turn, we're just going to go straight ahead. Once you've gone past or come off of this roundabout, what you'll see is the national speed limit signs. So this is where it changes from 50 up to 70. There's a lorry in front of us, but he's clearly not doing 70, so you will be expected to do this. You'll get your speed up, you'll get moving. Another one there, into fifth gear, there's nobody behind us. Moving back into the left. So where the road is clearer though, I mean, you don't have to overtake people, I'm not saying that. Where there's clearly a slower moving vehicle in front of you, you have to know how to overtake them on the dual carriageway. So again, it's a kind of word with the instructor, whoever it is you're taking your lessons with, to allow you to do that. It's quite a brave thing for someone else to allow you to do that. Is going to ease off a little bit now and let this car move onto the road. What he'll do is he'll get up to the speed of the road. We're going to make sure that we leave a 2-second gap. It's going quite slow, so it's not making it easy for us to do that. We're going to try and make sure we leave a 2-second gap between us and him, and that's about right there now. Along with the speed of the road. As we come to the end here, we're going to follow the road for Bedworth, which is the B4113. And you'll see the white signs within the green sign there, which will take us into this lane. So we're in the second lane now. We're going towards Bedworth on the on the B4113. And the thing here again is once you're in your lane, it's a big roundabout this one, once you're in your lane just stay in your lane and it will take you off of the roundabout nice and easy and safely. So where we are, we've got into our lane, we're just going to stay in it and follow the road around. takes us into the B4113 toward Bedworth. This is a dual carriageway, and this is also a 70-mile-an-hour road, 70. It's not a very long one. You need to get some speed up. When we come to the roundabout at the end of it, which isn't very far away, we're going to turn right, taking the 4th exit. So we will need to get into that right-hand lane so that we can turn right. It's the 4th exit. The 4th exit is Wilson Road. And so I'm going to need to let this car go first. Follow in. So 1 is Macdonald Drive. That's the 2nd one under the bridge. The 3rd one is just here. So remember, at this point you need to make sure you do your lifesaver look, and you're going into where it says Novotel, Coventry. That's it. Most people don't come down here because they think it just goes to the Novotel, but it actually goes further than that. And you'll see a little sign around here that will say welcome to entry. I don't know if you can see that. Welcome to entry. So that's it. There's always parked cars here. There's always parked cars on both sides of the road. I'm not quite sure why. There isn't that much going on around here. Thank you. Anyway, there we are. As we move along here, you'll see a sign which is a kind of no through road sign. We're going to take the next road on the left. So that takes us from Wilson Lane into Woodshires Road. Now the thing about this road here, Woodshires Road, is I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but there's a sign there with that says there's a bend, reduce speed now. This looks for all the world like a junction when you first see it, but it isn't. It's just a bend in the road. So we're just going to follow that around to the left. We're now on Oban Road, and at the end of Oban Road we're going to turn left. So just where these traffic lights are. Takes us back into Longford Road now, and we're going back toward the test centre. So again, at this point you might realise that you're going back toward the test centre, and you might think, oh, test is done. I can relax a little bit now. Please don't do that. Keep your concentration level right high. I'm going to turn right at the roundabout. Coming up to us, and that's going to be the 4th exit again. Yes, so keep your concentration level as high as you possibly can, because there is still pitfalls, there is still junctions to go around, there is still lorries to give way to, so you're not quite finished yet. So the 4th exit is the one that goes under the bridge. here again, very important to remember to do that lifesaver look to make sure you get into the left-hand lane as you come off the roundabout. So there's a set of lights in front of us and we're going to go straight ahead at those lights. Just turn to green so we can move on. And then we're going to turn right at the next set of traffic lights. So we're turning right. He's also just turned to green, so looks like we might get through these. Making sure, of course, that we don't stop on the crossing. This is Bayton Road now, so we're back on the road where the test centre is. Now, as always, there's lorries reversing into you know, warehouses and workplaces and factories, so do expect to be held up a little bit on this road just as you're coming back toward the test centre. So like I said to you, you know, there is pitfalls still that can happen. Seems to be taking a long time to reverse in. Just in front of this lorry there's a car and there's a lorry that's reversing into his driveway. It does take them a little while. I think they do really well at it actually. You'll notice along this road there's no, all the roads, all the pillars and things, there's like no chips out of them or anything, and all that you see, all the time you see lorries reversing in and reversing out. Well, not so much reversing out, but driving out, reversing in, and so you know, it's quite a skill, I think. There he goes, it's got in there now. So that's it, we're just moving forward now. As you come down here, you'll see on your right will be the test centre, again the driving test centre, and it's just kind of just around this next bend. It's not a very big bend, it's just around this bend. You see there's a car pulling out there, they're just coming out of the test centre. So that's test route number 3 for Coventry. And like I say, if you want to see the other 14, just press the subscribe. But in the meantime, good luck with it. I hope it goes well for you.